good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you to Tigress 315 Radio. I'm your host, Tigress, also known as April. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Sam Hankins, that will be joining me in just a second. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in and supporting this network. And I want to especially give a shout out to our IIN network, which is a partner of Tigress 315 Radio and Word of Mouth. And once again, I want to thank you all for supporting us and the artists and the musicians that we have been interviewing on this platform. So without further ado, I want to introduce my guest today, Mr. Sam Hankins. Sam, are you there?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just cutting in and out. I'm sorry about that. How you doing, April?
I'm good. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing well. Gotta love technology. I thought I heard you, but I didn't. Yeah. So yeah, everything's going good. It's going good. Appreciate you having me on. I really do appreciate that.
No problem. So we're just gonna jump right into everything, and find out more about you. So, what kind of music artist are you?
Well, I consider myself an artist, musician. I try not to, put myself in a pigeonhole here. I enjoy classical as well as, jazz, rock, R&B. I consider myself a musician. Whatever call I get, I go do it, and so I have done that.
Okay. And what instrument do you play?
I'm a trumpet player. And been playing probably 40, 50 years or something like that. So it's been a while.
Oh wow! So what age did you start? Like, did you start elementary?
Yeah, I started around the elementary age. I really started off as a singer before I went to trumpet. I come from a family of singers. My father, my uncles, aunts, my grandmother. Was gospel singer. So growing up in church singing and so I started off singing, and eventually I went to guitar for a little bit. Then I saw an old film clip of Louis Armstrong one day in school, and I said, that's it. That's what I want to play. And so I kind of went with that and been doing it ever since.
So I said, what area did you grow up in?
Well, I was born and raised in Oklahoma City. And so, kind of grew up in I would say, middle class family. And so that's, Oklahoma City was very, had a lot of talented musicians, and the music was very strong there as well.
Okay. So as far as your musical influences, who are some of yours?
What some of my influences, just grew up around, the Motown era, R&B, as well as gospel. Just growing up around the music, especially, hanging around my father. My father had a band. He was a singer, lead singer in this group that he had. And so I had a chance to, just grew up around music and seeing him entertain. And also just listening to jazz, listening to Miles Davis, and listening to Freddie Hubbard, some of the trumpet players I really admired. So they was a very big influence in my musical journey here.
Okay. So where are some places you performed like recently? Like, I mean, I should say before.
I'm sorry, yes. So could you repeat that again? Just cut in and out.
Okay, so where are some places you have performed?
Oh, okay. Well, some places I performed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've performed just about all over, pretty much all around the world. I've been very blessed and fortunate to play with a lot of different groups from Italy, Switzerland. To here in the States, there's a lot of places. California, Carolina Jazz Club. So I played a lot of various places around the States as well as overseas.
Okay. So you said you used to sing. Do you still sing, or do you basically just play music now?
I still sing mostly, background. I'm not a lead singer, but I can, still carry a tune. But mostly it's my trumpet playing. Still playing the trumpet.
Okay. So do you have any other talents, like besides music, like anything else that you like to do?
Yeah, I have some hobbies. I enjoy doing things, like working on puzzles, any hobbies. I like playing sports, playing some basketball, a little bit, baseball. Things I do kind of off to the side, it's kind of all revolves around music. I enjoy writing and composing. So that's something I've been doing for a while. So it's kind of like a hobby. It's kind of relax me when I'm writing. But pretty much everything I do, it involves music.
Yeah.
So 24/7, So that's why I enjoy doing it. Is if my hobby is relaxing, it's something to do with music.
So have you like worked on any collabs recently with any artists?
Yeah, yes, I have. I'm just finished up a collab with a great friend of mine, great bass player. I used to play a lot with his name is Will Howard. He played in a group called Ollie Reed Group, and so I used to play with them for a while back in Chicago, and so he's also a composer as well. So I did a collab with him, a single called Four Way, and I also did another collaboration not too long ago with a gentleman called David McLaurin, and it's called Butterfly. So I kind of work with a lot of various people, different people. Done collaboration with Shira Will. Just kind of think right off the top of my head, but various people that I have worked with and done things with.
Okay. So do you have any CDs out? Any projects?
Yes, I have. Like I said, my current project I have a single out now. It's titled "Curl's Dream." It's a single, and you can find that on just about every outlet. iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. You can find this by any outlet. And I do have some CDs out. My latest CD was entitled "Do That Thing." And I had one out previous before that, and it's called Nothing Between Us. And I have a Christmas CD out as well that I collaborate with Mr. David McLaurin, keyboard player that I was referring to. I have a Christmas CD out. And I have another CD out. I guess my very first one is called Dreamcatcher. So yeah, I do have CDs out, and you can probably find them out on my website, samhankinsmusic.com, or just Google my name, Sam Hankins, stuff will pop up.
So are you a full-time musician, or do you do this like on the side?
Well, as a musician, I mean, yeah, I do. This is a full-time. This is a job. Really, it's not a job. It's really not a hobby. It's just, this is what I do. I enjoy playing. I've been playing and for a while, but I also been a teacher, an educator. I've been in the education field for over 20 years, teaching from elementary, middle school, high school, as well as college. So, I've been a band director, and so I've been blessed to be able to teach students, being a band director, and as well as being a musician and entertainer. So I've been doing it both for a very long time.
Oh, okay, that's great. Wow. So if like an upcoming artist is like listening to this and they wanted like some advice from you, what would you say to them?
Well, I say just about any musician or artist who wants to get into this business or has been in it for a while is it's perseverance. Just something you got to keep at it. You can't set a goal, have a direction where you want to go, and try to surround yourself around people who's been in the business for a while who have navigated the mines and the traps, know how to avoid them. Want to get you where you need to go. And so it's not impossible. It's just a long journey, but you will get there as long as you keep trying. As my father would say, you keep throwing it out there, something's going to stick. So you just keep throwing yourself out there. Somebody will take notice. Somebody will hear what you're about, and probably put you into another direction. In this business, it's contacts and who's going to guide you in the right direction, put you where you need to be, and that person may take you to another level, and so on and so on. But as you're going through this journey, I always tell them, I said, once you get to where you need to go, you may never feel like you're never going to get there, but once you keep going, you get to another level. Remember, you got to help somebody else, because somebody help you. I always turn it back around, give it back to someone else so they can, forge on, get a little bit higher. So that's my suggestion. That's why I always tell my students, don't give up.
Mm-hmm. That's it right there. Don't give up.
Yeah.
So I do have one more question before we come to a close. So what are some obstacles that you faced over the years in music, being in the music industry?
Wow, that's a good question. What's some obstacles? How much time you got here? Come on now. Well, I guess just like anything else, or any other career or any job, you're going to have obstacles. In this music industry, it's just, it just depends what genre you get into, what field you get into. Where I am, I can, what I've been doing, the jazz scene, the smooth jazz, the R&B. As a horn player, I always been a sideman or backup or somewhere, playing behind someone.
Mm-hmm.
And stepping out, to be a lead or a soloist, it's challenging, But I would say some of the heels, I've been dealing with is finding people who really got your back, who really want to support you, and then you find some obstacle, some barriers that's in front of you that just won't open the door for you, and you got to figure out how to get around that door, and just, finding people, who's trustworthy, is not going to take all your money and run to Hawaii or somewhere like that. It's just, hearing the people or the record companies or the executives or people who, in power say no. You got to get used to hear that word no, because that's all you're gonna hear.
Yeah.
Or we don't like your stuff. Your material's not what we're looking for. Or this something. But it's just the ups and downs of in this business. Some of the things that I face with, it's just been a lot of rejections. And you just gotta have tough skin and just keep going and keep pushing.
Wow. See, I'm glad you said that, because I hope whoever, goes back and listens to this show, I like people to tell about the good, the bad, the ugly, because some people think, you can have in your mind, yeah, I'm going to do this and this and that. But when those obstacles start coming at you, it's less like, like, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like I say, you are faced with a lot of them, and sometimes, you wake up and find out, wow, it's the closest people that you've been working with, your so-called friends who end up stabbing your back, or jealousy. They don't want to see you get, too far than where they are, and it's hard finding genuine people who really cares about you and really want to see you, succeed. But it's very rare to find them. I'm not saying they're not out there. It's just, you end up fighting most of your battles within your own little circle. It's not so much of the outside circle or the record executives or the companies and this and that, but you end up fighting within your little circles, just trying to, crawl out of it. You probably heard the old story of the crabs in the barrel. One of them try to get a little higher, one put you back down, and so it's you definitely go through a lot of obstacles in this music business, and like say, if you don't have the funds or the money to get you to a certain level, that's also difficult as well.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, I can relate to that. Since I started, all the platforms and things that I've been doing, I've run everything you just said. I've run into that and had to just kind of almost rebuild a new team, because, sometimes you don't want to think that the people closest to you is the ones that's holding you down, but sometimes it's just a reality, and you just gotta, do what you gotta do and keep moving. You may have to leave some people behind, but it's a price you gotta pay.
Right. Yes, and like saying, you do find those, those friends, those people, those who really want to support you and want to be his best, to see you do well, and those ones, you keep close, and like I said, I've been fortunate to have a lot of people, like a lot of good people have been supporting, friends, and they really, really want to see me succeed and to do the best I can and everything. And I mean, like say, I have, like say, all 10 fingers. I say I got about 10 people like that in my life, and you just got to keep them close and keep pushing, but you like say in this business, you only have yourself, to promote yourself, to be yourself, you got to be your own cheerleader, because no one else is going to do it for you. And you may find someone who will help out, but you gotta keep pushing, and like I say, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna keep throwing it myself out here till something sticks. And been doing this just for a long time, and a lot of people, has mentioned to me, I said, man, you've been doing this a long time, man. You really, you haven't made it, but why you keep doing it, and you say, well, in a sense, I feel like I have made it, but I haven't made it to where, in my mind, where I wanted to be. But I feel like I have achieved and done a lot in my life. I never thought a kid from Oklahoma City with an instrument called a trumpet that I would end up, traveling around the world at 17, 18 years old or 16 years old, making music, and from there moving on to another, and eventually end up being in an Air Force jazz band that's more like the highest top, band to be in the military. And from there, just never thought, this would happen to me, but I just never gave up, because I heard a lot of things, a lot of no's, a lot of say you will never make it, but, in a sense, I feel like I have, made it to a certain extent, but I'm always constantly trying to strive to be a little bit better and reach my goals, other goals I want to do.
Well, that's enough in itself that you said you didn't give up. You still been doing it. Yeah, and sometimes in other people's eyes, they'll be like, yeah, you really not going nowhere. But I mean, if you're doing it because you love it, to me, that says a lot right there. You're doing it because you love it. You're not doing something that like, oh, man, I got to do this again. You're doing it because this is what you love to do. This is what you enjoy. So that says a lot right there.
Yeah. And like I say, to some people's eyes, making it is, being a Beyonce or Jay-Z, making the billions of dollars and, out there, giving the big concerts, that's fine for them, but, everybody else, goals are, totally different. And I have played in the big audience, the big crowds. I've done that. But I'm not walking around with that type of paycheck, And yeah, it would be nice, I could get in a situation where, financially, it's worth it. But it's you got to do what you got to do, and I'm still on the journey, and whatever God wants me to do, that's what I do. Where He wants me to go, I go. And like I say, sometimes I look back, it's like, man, I don't know how I did what I did, did this and did that, but it definitely shaped me for the person who I am right now. And it's good that I can give this back to others. I can share my experience to others and tell them what to look for, what not to look for. Here's the pitfalls. Don't do this. Don't do that. So, so in a sense, I feel like I have made it, but I'm still striving.
Okay. So I know I said I had one more question, but now I got another one. Yeah. So no problem. So are there any artists in particular, like, you want to work with in the future? Like, if you had a chance to work with, like, say, a few different artists, is there anybody in particular you want to work with?
Okay. You saying, is there any artists that I like to work with? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, always artists I like to work with. And, previously that, I've been fortunate to work with a lot of great artists, in my time. And one of the artists I enjoy working with, he passed away, the late great Al Jarreau. Wow. Beautiful man, beautiful soul, great musician, and it was just great being on stage, playing with him, performing with him. There's numerous artists that I enjoy playing with. I enjoy playing with Aretha Franklin, and I love working with the OJs. Great guys to be around with. Wow, just you got me stumped here. Just trying to think of some other people I enjoy. In the big banner, Clark Terry. I enjoy working with Clark Terry. And great jazz player, and also I'm working with one of the great jazz vocalists of the 20th century here in LA, Miss Barbara Morrison, and I always knew about her when I was a kid, hearing her sing, she's around at, what kind of thing? Pearl Bailey, one of these, great jazz singers back in the 40s, she's around in that era, but very well known. And so, I'm working with her at this time. And so, wow, yeah, it's one of the person I really like to work with. If I ever have the chance and be fortunate to work with George Benson. I love his playing, and just be nice to work with him, play with him. So yeah, I got a lot of, but I don't, we don't want to make this too long here. So.
Well, it sounds like you already work with like some big names. So, I mean, as far as you saying, you say you're not where you want to be, but I mean, just for you to have the honor to work with some of those big names already, like, you're a lot further than a lot of artists. There's some trying to get to that level, where you've been, but it's good to hear that you're still striving for even more. And I mean, that's the best thing you can do. Just keep going. Don't give up.
Right. Yeah. It's just, you got to keep going, even though there's days, don't get me wrong, there's days it's like, I look at this horn, it's like, I'm going to put you in the trash somewhere and just walk away. It's just some days it's like, you're kicking my butt here and I don't like it, so I'm just going to put you away. I don't want to look at you no more. Oh yeah, you have that love and hate relationship. My love and hate relationship with my horn is just like, oh man, but You know, but you know, at the end, you know, it's just what it is. You know, we humans are very emotional, and we go ups and downs, but the horn stays the same. You know, it's
Yes.
always going to be there. You know, but yeah, you know, you have your days. You know, you have your days. It's like, man, what am I doing here? But you
Mm-hmm.
know, I snap out of it. You know, it takes me about a couple of days. I snap out of it and just keep
Mm-hmm.
going. You know, so
Wow. You're human. It happens. We all get
yeah,
those
yeah,
days. It's just like,
yes, yes,
ups and downs. That's all it is.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, I do appreciate having you here today. And
What's that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, I do appreciate having you here today,
Oh, okay,
joining
yeah,
me. Yes.
yeah,
Um, let's
yeah. I appreciate
see.
that. No problem. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I really do appreciate that.
No problem. So, is there anything else you want to say in closing before we end
Uh,
this?
no, no. Like I said, I appreciate you having me on, and you know, speaking with you and talking to you, and um, you know, just thanks for giving me an opportunity to get my name out here, and you know, if people want to know more about me, you know, they can always go to my website, you know, samhankinsmusic.com, or you know, just you know, send me an email, and I'll definitely hit you back, and hope you enjoy my music.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely try to get a few clips of your music attached to this link, after this recording. And so I can,
Okay,
do my part to help get your name out there a little more, because, there's a lot of artists
okay,
like
yeah, I
you.
appreciate that.
So we all trying to get out there, trying to get our name out there. So I will most definitely do that.
All right,
Okay. And hopefully
sounds
I can
good.
have you back in maybe a few months or so. Maybe you have some updates and some new things you got going on.
Okay, yeah, I would definitely like to come back. No problem.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone who tuned in and everyone who's going to be listening, to the show afterwards. We appreciate you. Tigress 315 Radio. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, under word of mouth. And we're going to just end this show and have a good evening.
Okay.
Okay.
Believe me when I say I do. How can I go on? What can I do? Can't you tell me if I stand a chance? Should I have a reason to call you? Could you ever love me? Could you ever care? Give me a signal, give me a sign. Can't you tell me if I stand a chance? Love is the answer, it's the only way. How can I tell her? What can I say? Just wanna see you, just wanna say I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you. Saturday nights with you. Who's gonna love you? answer is the only way. And how can I tell her? What can I say? What was the reason you took my soul? I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you, yeah. Saturday night, Saturday nights with you. Saturday night, Saturday night. Who's gonna love you? I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you, yeah. Just me, Saturday nights with you and you. Who's gonna love you? Saturday night. I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you. Saturday nights with you. Just me and you, baby. Just me and you, baby. Saturday night, Saturday night. I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you, yeah. Just me, Saturday nights with you. Saturday night. Saturday night, Saturday night. I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you. Saturday nights with you. Just me and you, baby. Just me and you, baby. Who's gonna love you? I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you. Put on my best Saturday nights with you. Put on my dancing shoes. Who's gonna love you? Saturday night. I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you. Gonna put on my best Saturday nights with you. Gonna put on my dancing shoes. Who's gonna love you? I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you. Saturday nights with you. Who's gonna love you? I wanna spend all my Saturday nights with you. Gonna put on my best Saturday nights with you. Saturday nights. Who's gonna love you? I wanna spend all my Saturday.
Hey, look who here.
Hey, my man Jules.
Hey, Sam, my brother. Come on in. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Say, everybody, Sam is here.
Hey, everyone.
Brother, I heard about that new single. Wow.
Thanks, brother.
Hey, you have your on?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me hear you do that thing. One thing that I know, I love the tempo, melodic, the tune, get down like you know. Feeling this groove, it will make you move, so I hope that you bought those dancing shoes. Let's be cool, have a dance with Jules. House party joy, we know those rules. Having fun, believe that's my mission, and this that sound that you love to rock with you. Thing now. Do that thing now. thing now. Do that thing now. Do that thing. Do that thing. Do that thing. Do that thing now. Talk, man, I'm blowing like a horn. Held together like cob and some corn. I adore an opportunity, is knocking at the door. Life is a party, I'm rocking on the floor. Speakers on high, pumping bass to the ceiling. Guess I just love this wonderful feeling. Smooth criminal, white glove with the warmth. Dance floor incredible, feeling like the hump. Part of my vibe, I'm living in the moment. Me and my team, our brothers like the Jonas. Never shut down, we don't want no trouble. Fast stand after spot, we going for a double. We're going out prepared for elevation. Whole block party, all homes adjacent. I wanna thank you all for being so patient. And my gift to you is a funky celebration. Do that thing. Do that thing. Do that thing. Do that thing now.